Dr. Mahajan, one of India's leading radiologists, joining us. Take the next question, Dr. Mahajan. Is there a value in the CT scan result also? A lot of focus is being put on CT scan at the moment. What should I be looking for in that? And is that going to become more and more critical, Dr. Mahajan?
Thank you very much, Rajdeep, for having me on your show. And this is a very, very important question that you've asked, because I can tell you that a lot of unnecessary CT scans are being done in this country. A lot of young people, young girls are getting radiation when it's not indicated. And I think it's high time that this debate is set to rest. There is a very definite indication for getting a CT scan done, but that is when the oxygen level dips to below 94. And along with that, there are inflammatory markers, blood tests, which are raised, and the patient's condition is not good. It is not for everyone. What we are seeing increasingly, and this is despite the appeals I've made, that everyone who gets a positive RT-PCR test report comes immediately for getting a CT scan done. That is just not necessary. What we need to do is actually wait. Dr. Subramaniam has explained very nicely that in the beginning 7 days, if everything is under control, if your oxygen levels are above 94, all you need is, if you have fever, you take paracetamol and some vitamins. There is, of course, doctors who are prescribing some other drugs, but like he's very rightly said, you don't need any antibiotics. Now, CT scan you need when your oxygen level dips, and generally what we recommend that it should be done between the 5th and the 7th day, not in the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th days, because when we do it, we see a few lesions, the CT score is low, and one gets a false sense of security. Now, coming to your specific question about the CT severity score, which we calculate on the CT scan, this is divided into mild, moderate, and severe involvement of the lungs based on how much volume of the lung is infected, and till 8 out of 25 is mild, 9 to 15 is moderate, and 16 and above is severe. And this does have a role to play in the kind of therapy that is instituted for a given patient. But the CT severity index on its own is not everything. The entire picture has to be taken into consideration. We have to treat the patient and not the CT scan or the test results.
I'm getting a lot of questions. I'm going to ask all my doctors to keep their answers short so we can get lots of viewer questions, and I'm sorry about that, but let's try and get in as many questions. Dr. Mahajan, you pick up more that are coming in on testing. Why are doctors prescribing CRP D-dimer tests? Why are troponin tests being prescribed? Can you can you just clarify once and for all for our viewers, what are the ideal tests to be taking if I am getting COVID symptoms?
See, in the first week, I think what you need is CBC, which is hemoglobin, and other WBC and all that, and a CRP. Now, CRP is an indicator of infection, and in case the CRP is below 10, then we are in the green zone. Between 10 and 20, we are in the yellow zone, and more than 20, we are in the red zone. And based on this, one can make a decision as to what kind of treatment needs to be instituted. D-dimer or ferritin being done in the first week may be an overkill, because many people will have only mild disease. We know that about 85% of people have mild COVID disease, and only 15% will progress to moderate or severe disease, which requires hospitalization. But having a baseline CRP is important so that sequentially we can follow whether it's rising, stable, or falling. And more than that, the D-dimer is a measure. Yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt you because I want to get in more questions on exact treatment now that should be followed.